Can't guess what you are gonna push us forward, where we headed now. Hey y'all, I'm C.Nichole, the songwriter of King, and this is what it means to me.
When the world tries to break you down, you gotta hold your ground. Protectors of our kingdom, hope you know that we're always proud. When you're feeling weak, we lift you up, we'll never let you down. Can't guess what you are gonna push us forward, where we headed now. Roll through with them African kings. Come through, yeah, they told them big things.
I was thinking of men of African descent going to war for us, going to war for the culture, thinking about the men of African descent around me who do not play. So thinking of guns, machetes, things of that sort. I hope you guys didn't think I meant an innuendo for anything else.
Play, never play when it comes to queens.
Thinking about the men in my family who definitely go to war for their queens. It's not a game. Do not mess with a queen.
It's a real life Black Lightning.
Black Lightning was a show that I watched on the CW faithfully, and he just embodied what I felt a king is. He was a family man, a leader in their community, a vigilante, just a king. It's a real life Black Lightning.
My presence makes the crowd pour like the sea.
I wanted to take a negative and turn it into a positive. I've heard stories of, women of European descent crossing the street to get away from men of African descent, men of European descent feeling threatened just by their presence. So I thought of Moses like, oh my goodness, your presence is so strong, your confidence is so strong that just makes people move out of your way.
Be so noble with your integrity.
Point blank, period. If you are not noble, if you don't have any integrity, you're not a king.
Love what you're doing, build your legacy.
Being a king isn't just building your legacy financially. It's also about pouring back into other chiefs, pouring back into the community. That is also a part of your legacy.
Went from a chief to a King.
Went from a chief to a King. Man, I feel like the word king is thrown around too freely. No, I think that men of African descent, I would respect them and call them chiefs, but king is something you have to earn, a certain amount of experience, a certain traits. You can't just be called a king with no resume to back it up.
Do you hear what they're signaling? The drums are talking to your king.
This is paying homage to the motherland in the sense of the talking drum. The drum was used for, to signal war cries, a lot of messages, events, ceremonies, funerals, anything. It was literally a language. So do you hear what they're signaling?
Can you hear the drums?
I'm reiterating, can you hear them? Sometimes there's so much noise that you don't hear what you need to hear. So I'm asking the kings, like, do you hear the drums, or are you so far gone that you're too far from your kingdom?
Calling you home.
Calling you home was both for the diaspora and those on the continent. Sometimes on the continent, Africans leave their village, go into the big cities, and they've forgotten some of their culture, some of their customs. And then within diaspora, we were removed from that. So you still have a home. It is the motherland. That is where your ancestry began.
You don't have to roam.
You don't have to roam is a sense of if you are on the African continent and you're not home, go home. You know where home is. You don't have to roam. And for those in the diaspora, may not be feeling connected to where they are. And that's okay because you're originally from the motherland. Step foot, go home and feel that connection, get reconnected.
Reclaim your throne.
Reclaim your throne is me signaling to men of African descent who are not kings to become kings. Sometimes men of African descent feel that if they're making a lot of money, very materialistic things, that they're kings. But not if you're doing it in a negative way, not if you're pulling the culture down. So I'm asking them to stop being puppets, push us forward, push the culture forward in a positive light. Reclaim your throne.